Hey y'all, thank you so much for joining my channel. Welcome to BeautyN'Meek. I'm Meek. I was supposed to post a video last week, but I didn't. Last week was Thanksgiving and it was a roller coaster for me because I moved here to DC last June and it's been it's different when you don't really have family here. And I spent Thanksgiving alone and I cooked. It didn't come out perfect, but it was okay. It was okay. Yeah, it's just different when you're living on your own and you have a lot of things that you have planned or want to do. And it sometimes feels like it's not happening in the perfect time, but remember that everything is happening in your life is happening in the perfect time, and to make sure that you continue on the path that you're going and trust your instincts and know that things are going to work out. Obviously, it's easier said than done, but I really had to recognize like sometimes I'm in my own way. Like last week, I didn't post a video. I said that I would post it on uh, Thursday. Then I said I would post it on Friday. Then I was like, all right, I'll just post it on Saturday. I didn't even use the film because after looking at it, I was like, it's some content in here that's not even relevant anymore. Honestly, not relevant.
I said what I said. Okay, well, what you said was some bull.
Anyways, let me get my water because I'm sis been trying to drink her water and keep these bags under her eye under control. When the water is like ice cold, it just hit different. It just hit different. All right, so just to let you know what I've already done, I've already washed my face. Now I'm gonna tone it with Fenty Skin. I recorded a video, already did like a Huda Beauty review on the foundation stick, technically, but I didn't like the film because the conversation I was having is no longer valid. I was talking to somebody last week that I'm not talking to anymore, and I'm just like, you gotta protect your energy at all times. Like, I feel like I was feeling really lonely in the last couple of weeks, and I didn't realize that I was feeling that way. I was feeling like I was really truly connected with this person, and then I realized that I wasn't. That sometimes we make people comfortable enough to talk to us about whatever. It's not a testament to who they are, it's a testament to who you are. You giving somebody that comfort level that either they've never had or they just feel comfortable to tell you about their life or tell you about their childhood, or it feels like you are genuinely connected and sometimes you're just not. And that was pretty much what it was. Like we wasn't even talking for that long. He was my Uber driver, and y'all, my friends are like, you always meet people in the most random way. Like, it was cool, like we was vibing. We was having a good conversation and exchanged numbers, kicked it a few times, and it was like, oh yeah, I like your vibe. Like, let's chill more. And we was like chilling for like 4 days in a row, and now we're not.
Okay.
People will see like your weakness or see a side of you that needs something and they'll provide it. It wasn't his responsibility. I realized something about myself, and I decided to step away from that situation, and it just is what it is at this point. So I brought y'all in just a little bit closer so you can get into this face. So that was the Fenty Hydrovisor that I used to moisturize my skin. I'd like to double up my moisturizer, so I'm going to also use the Tatcha Water Cream to moisturize my skin. This is like the mini version. I like to try things out before I like invest, because for this it's like $52. But yeah, back to what I was saying. It was a short-lived situation, but in that short-lived situation, I learned so much about me. And though I always say that I don't want to settle, I do want to get married eventually, and all of these things. It's small settles like that that make you more aware of the things that you need to work on. So, I guess the lessons that I got out of that situation is, one, to genuinely get to know somebody and really understand their past, which is, you should do that anyways. But also be careful, because people will use you. If a person isn't willing to respect your boundaries, then they definitely don't deserve you. If a person really likes you, they'll respect and understand what your boundaries are. And then Thanksgiving, I'll add a clip of what I cooked for Thanksgiving. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. So I'm gonna use the Huda Beauty water jelly. So this is the primer that was released with the foundation. Now, the one thing I will tell you is, when you use this, it goes on so freaking smooth. And then when it dries down, it reminds me just a little bit of Milk primer, the grip primer, because it does have a little bit of a grip once it dries down. And I love the way that it feels. Oh, I forgot to mention, y'all see all my new piercings? So I decided to get my Medusa, I got the septum, and I have like a third, I guess, yeah, a third nose ring, another nose ring. Down to the Huda Beauty foundation stick. I'm using Mocha 500G. Now, I will say, when it goes on a little bit dark. But overall, I really like the foundation, and it's different because I haven't used the foundation stick since I bought my first foundation stick at MAC a long, long time ago. You guys usually see me start out with my eyebrows, my concealer, and then my foundation. Before I start with my eyebrows, I am going to show you guys how this looks on my skin, and we'll go from there. So, hopefully you guys can see this. It's so freaking velvety. Sorry, and that's like the light, my ring light, that's making it so bright, but it's so freaking velvety. I love the way this goes on. See how that one strip, it blends so nicely as you blend it out. You can barely tell that it was on my hand. Barely. I'm gonna wipe this off and get started. Man down. Very short lived. But it was nice. It was nice to have like that attention. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Alright. I'm actually going to do my eyebrows off cam. If you guys really want a tutorial about eyebrows, then I could provide that. Alright, see you in a minute. So I used Kevin Aquan number 13 to shape my eyebrows and also prime my lids. I used Laura Mercier translucent powder for my eyeshadow. And I'm going to use Pat McGrath's palette to make my eyelids beautiful. Is there such thing as simple when it comes to like Pat McGrath? Is there such thing, honey? No. Okay. Mocha 500G is actually described as deep tan skin with golden undertone. Usually golden undertone foundations, sometimes they're a little too gold. I actually kind of like this foundation in the way it finishes on my skin, and I think if it is too golden, then I usually just balance it out with like concealer and all of those other things and powders in the end anyways. But I actually like the way this looks on my skin, so we're gonna do my first swatch. Well, my first swatch with you guys. And as you can see, like, I have scars on my face, and the one swatch, it did cover it. Let's see. But obviously I have to blend it out, and let's just see how that goes. So I'm pressing it in. I'm pressing, moving, pressing, moving. Pressing. So it is like a skin finish. So tell me what you think. Wow. I really like this foundation. It's the spiders for me. I think it's a spider bite. But we're gonna say what spider bite, because Huda is out here covering everything. Tell me it's not like my skin. What foundation? No, I did not put on any foundation. This is my skin. Stop with the lies. Stop with the lies.
Guys, it was all a lie. She lied.
So I'm actually going to finish the rest of the look off of cam. I'll be back. So in this clip, I'm simply trying to hide my bags because my neighbors downstairs, they be stealing. They definitely look like they be stealing. Right here, I'm trying out for the Lion King. That's why I had those lines. And then I'm setting it with a little powder. Pat, 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 pat. Haters will say it's makeup, but it's honestly just me. I look good. So, are we standing Huda Beauty or nah? Damn! I'm Meek, or
Meek Chanel or Meek anything.